Back, guys. Esports Report presented by Xbox One. We're giving one away during the Pro League matches tonight. They kick off in about 15 minutes. So we're going to speed through our preview of what's coming up this evening. First matchup has me so excited. Denial versus FaZe. Both of these teams basically tied at the #2 spot. This will make one team officially the second best squad in Pro League.
Also, in addition to the Xbox One, we got a Scuff Showdown.
Hell yeah, we do.
Scuff Showdown. So that match will be a Scuff Showdown.
Yeah, $100 gift card
that's good.
being given away. We got our new Scuffs in the office as well,
we did.
which we'll be using later on to try broadcast and whatnot.
Yeah. Then both teams 4-1 right now. FaZe leads by a 1% in the map win percentage. I mean, that's really nothing.
That's
nothing. But FaZe versus Denial at UMG Dallas. FaZe swept the series 3-0. Wasn't that close. So star of that series, Clay, going to be looking to see if he can do that again tonight.
Big matchup here going down in the battle for second place. Now, this isn't overall, but just current standings in the league. I got to get your thoughts here, Ben. Originally, I went with FaZe, no doubt.
Oh, FaZe winning this without a shadow of a doubt.
Denial looked great at times last night. Not having it.
No, this will probably be 3-1, 3-0.
Even if replays.
Doesn't matter.
Dominate search.
Doesn't matter.
FaZe consistent with those 3-1s.
Zoomer is such a good play this season. I mean, we looked at his stats. How do you stop a play like that? The only thing that Denial has in their favor right now is the fact that Denial is the home team.
And you can see our star of the series from the last time they met up at Dallas, like Matt was talking about. You see, it wasn't even close. 6-3 in search, 6-3 in uplink as well, and a 105-point victory for FaZe in that winners bracket matchup. This is winners bracket finals. The two undefeated teams in the winners bracket at UMG Dallas, and Clayster drops plus 13 in hardpoint. Goes massive in search and destroy. His overall KD, a 1.27. Is he the same star you're looking out for tonight from FaZe? And who's your star to look out for from Denial?
I would say to look out for in this series from the get-go, I would look at Attach and Zuma, because they're going to put so much pressure on the Denial squad. And how Denial kind of handles that in respawn, you really don't know. I mean, you're really going to need, one, they're going to need to have Temp take down Clay. And then you're also going to have who can replace, kind of match the aggression of Zuma and, Attach. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it.
All right, looking at the rest of the schedule, we will see Optic Gaming face off against Rise Nation. Just calling a 3-0 here.
Going itch?
Just a little itch up here.
Little itch. I mean, it's first versus 11th. If this is anything other than a 3-0, I think a lot of people are going to be surprised.
I mean, 3v4, 2v4, however you want to spin, I think it's a 3-0.
Optic lost a respawn last night, and that's with Fuseno dropping 47. I look over at the opposing side here, and I see Rise Nation. I'm looking at Apathy. Unless you drop 47 plus, you don't stand a chance of that first hard point.
Agreed.
We'll see what happens there, though. Weirder things have happened in the Pro League in the past, not normally against Optic Gaming. Let's speed up to Epsilon versus Isolation. This is
the best game of the night for me.
This is a good one. I don't know what's going to happen here. Epsilon desperately needs the win. Isolation kind of comfortable in that 8th seed right now.
I think this one goes to a game 5.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has the...
And Epsilon's going to lose in heartbreaking fashion.
Again?
Round 11, 1v1.
Not again.
Again. It's going to happen.
Isolation's weakness has been hardpoint. I think this is where Epsilon needs to excel, but you look at their last time they matched up, relegation grand finals. This, of course, was with Lamagod in the series. It was all Dito. 1.24 overall KD, his hardpoint a 1.21. His uplink took over a 1.36. Very low-scoring uplink game. But ISO was able to win both of those series 3-1 and 3-0 to beat Epsilon to become relegation champions. And then finally tonight, we're going to see TCM versus Optic Nation. Another big matchup amongst teams in the middle. Optic Nation currently holding on to the 4th seed with a 3-2 record. Then you got TCM tied up at 2-2. They are sitting in 7th seed. So big matchup here, I think. Probably bigger for TCM than it is for Nation.
I mean,
I don't know. I think this is the highest Nation have been in the Pro League all year. Like, this is genuinely the best they're doing, and they want to try and continue that.
Okay, so you take a look at the games that Optic Nation has played, though, thus far in the Pro League. Their wins and losses, all their matchups.
Don't do this.
Are they really the 4th strongest?
Week 1,
don't be that guy.
Week 1, they get a win versus TK 3-1, and then Rise 3-0. Those are two teams way at the bottom. They lose to Envy in a close one, 3-2. And that's, I believe, when Envy was just starting to form with this new roster, just starting to gel a little bit. They beat Epsilon week 2, 3-2. A close game against Epsilon, who hasn't beaten anybody. And then they lose to Elevate who isn't exactly kind of the superstar squad right now. I mean, they were playing pretty good at the time with Apathy and Saints at that moment in time, but their wins have been against the 3 bottom teams.
Yeah,
Hey,
TK.
as long as you can beat the teams beneath you, that's what you need to do.
TK Rise and Epsilon. Not.
I think it's a huge game for ON.
They did go to Game 5 against Envy.
Yeah.
Their 3-0 loss to Elevate, though, is what has me most scared. I see them performing against the top team in Envy. They deserve to be ahead of Envy in the leaderboard because of that. How are they going to perform against an upcoming TCM? I think we're going to get into our caster predictions here in a moment, but I was leaning towards Optic Nation to start things off. First, though, let's recap what happened yesterday. Caster predictions. Maven, Benson, Matt and I have been putting in our predictions every night. I was the lone believer in the internet and Nameless's ability to clutch a round 11. You guys all went Rise. How do you feel about that, guys? I'm tied.
I mean, that's a bold pick right there by you. I mean, I thought Ryan was going to be able to take that one.
Same.
They probably do.
The fact they didn't was. I remember I saw you actually tweet out saying I had so much faith in you, Sharp, Mullet Nation. As soon as I read that, I was like, well, he's probably tied for first place now. Then with that correct prediction.
Heyo, we were.
Unplug TCM's internet.
It was me. I used wire clippers.
Him and Steve-O TK.
FaZe had us all a little bit nervous against Envy, but at the end, it was FaZe with a nice 3-1 finish, a very close to a 3-0 there. But then Denial dropping to TCM after having the 5-3 lead in game number 5. That was a bit of a shocker. I think everyone at home also probably got that one wrong. But let's take a look at our thoughts on tonight's matches. We're starting off Denial FaZe. We are basically all agreeing on everything except Epsilon. You guys have faith in Swanee and the boys. I went with ISO here after watching Parasite's addition to this lineup. Even though ISO lost their first match with him, I think they are going to be able to hang with Epsilon in those hard points, and then ISO should be able to take the searches.
We could be in some trouble, Matt. I'm not going to lie. I think the addition to Parasite is good, but I'm going off the premise that Epsilon have to win a game at some point.
I was going off of the premise.
They are not finishing on 0
ISO looked
games.
really good with Parasite filling in. Going to be playing again tonight. Epsilon needs a win. They looked good at UMG. If they don't win here,
I'm never rooting for the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough for me to go with them again. I mean, they just keep kind of screwing me in these predictions, but I think this is probably the most winnable game for Epsilon.
I want to go on record stating that I was going to go super ballsy and also say Optic Nation against TCM. I still think that Optic Nation is going to win, but you guys are all going TCM tonight.
That matchup's
and I can't, if I can't lose because ISO's going to win. I take the lead here. I'm going with the safe play instead of trying to break out far ahead of the rest of the group.
So what you're saying is you're a sheep.
I am a sheep. I will follow my other larger sheep. The herd is all going with TCM tonight.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
In Maven's issues, he keeps following the herd, but he's way behind.
I don't know how that's possible. He is literally following everything we're doing, and he is still somehow losing.
He's the three-legged drunk sheep in the back of the herd. Maven is trying to catch up. Guys, after the commercial break, though, we're going into our Vulcan picks. You guys can pick out your favorite players. Who do you think is going to have the best night tonight here in Week 3? We'll show you some of the top picks as well as who Ben and I are going for this evening. We'll be right back.